Hey y'all, Mr. Tim's here. Another thing I picked up from Harbor Freight, just looked interesting, is this moisture meter. Definitely not as robust as your high dollar ones you'll find at your woodworking stores, but I think it was around the $20 mark, and I could not resist. Came with some batteries over here on this side, came with a little few instructions, and so you put the batteries in here, and then up top here, here we go, one hand. You'll take that off, and it's got these prongs that will jam into the wood. So turning it on, comes on. There's a couple of different settings that you can use. I haven't got too far in there, but you can see if I just put my finger up on the prongs, it does give me a moisture reading here. I'm pretty moist there. So over here, I've got a piece of fairly dried cedar that, like, this is a piece that would come off of a tree from, it come off of a fence post that I bought at Lowe's, and I chop them up and use them. So it's bouncing around between 9 and 10, was settled on 10% there. So I just jammed it in there. That is, that's fairly dry. That wood is good and dry. This is, let's jam, this is a piece of wood that I recently just kind of cut off. So I don't have no idea. I'm just kind of firmly jamming it down in there. I know that this wood is more wet because this was just cut like a month or two ago, so it's at 14%. Out back, I've got a bunch of cedar on a trail that I cut at my parents' house the other day, and it was I cut it 4 days ago. So let's go see what that reads, because that should be very wet. Okay, y'all, I got a bunch of cedar sitting out here on my trailer. This should show up very wet because I just cut this. So let's jam it in here. I'm gonna jam it in the sapwood. We're bouncing around between 19 and 20% there. So that's very wet. Let's stick it in the heartwoods, right in the center here. Can't get in there. Can't get a good reading on that because it won't go in very good. That's showing me I think that's a false reading. Get out here in this sapwood, it went way up, 29%. So it's this is really wet. So I'm not really sure how accurate it is. I've just been playing with it, but my plan is to take this when I get it, after I process those pieces of logs, get the center out of it, and kind of make a note of originally what each piece was, and maybe write it on it. And then when it drops, remarkably here, probably around the 9 or 10%, I will, feel like it's dry enough to work with. So just a little toy. If y'all got any questions, comments, give me a post. See ya.